Hello YouTubers, Andrew Miller here. I wanted to make this video in light of recent events with the coronavirus and the quarantine, schools closing, and a lot of businesses closing too, where a lot of people are laid off, a lot of people have to work from home now, and it's really affected a lot of people, myself included. And I won't give too much away, but I'm a therapist, and usually I have an office in Indiana, but with everything in quarantine right now, I have to work from home. And let me tell you, it's been quite an adjustment. I think a lot of people would agree that staying inside all this time in quarantine, not having much to do, not having a lot of places to go, it's definitely not easy. And I'll definitely agree, it's definitely not easy. There have been days where I've been struggling to, stay strong and handle my emotions okay. And I've been thinking a lot about how other people are affected by it, and they probably have it a lot worse than I do. Heck, I talk to people who have it a lot worse than I do. While I won't get into detail about them, I wanted to make this video to inspire other people to maybe try and find something that could help them. And something that I find most helpful, or people often respond very well to, are worry stones. These are things that I like getting in. These are things that I'm interested in, and I find a lot of people really respond well to them. And I thought it might be cool to show you guys how you can make your own worry stones at home. Usually you can get these kinds of clays at stores like Hobby Lobby, and with everything closed right now, I know you probably can't go there to get them. But you can look online, find stores. You can go to online shopping and even Amazon. That's where I found this 26 color polymer clay set on Amazon, and they actually have a good array of colors. I will say they do have a little too many selections of brown, which is kind of weird, and I didn't really have any other ideas to use brown. I tried. But one thing I will tell you is don't be too surprised if they come out the size that you didn't expect. They come out very small, and even I was surprised. It's like, I thought it was going to be a bigger brick of clay. But oven baked clay, and it was actually pretty effective. And what you do is basically you take two or three different colors of clay and you combine them together, roll them into a ball, and then after you roll into a ball, you roll it out and turn it into like a little clay snake, like very long, and you see all the colors are stretched out. Once you do that, you kind of snail it, like roll it up into a snail shell, or you can twist it and turn it all over the place, like really make it like mixed and colorful. And then once that's done, you roll it back into a ball and you place it on the tray, a tray wrapped in foil, mind you, and you press your thumb into it, and then you leave enough room where you can rub your thumb on it as a worry stone. One thing I will tell you, which I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot for, is if you don't want to have your thumbprint in there, if you want it to look very, very clean, very smooth, it would be probably better for you if you used a metal spoon to get that flattened, smooth edge. But in a way, if you want to use your thumb, that's okay. It kind of gives it that homemade look. And plus, if you're not looking to be like a professional clay maker or a model maker or anything like that, that's perfectly fine. I'm not either. And you put it in the oven for about 30 minutes. I thought originally it was only going to be 15 because usually they go by inches. About 1/4 of an inch, that's about 15 minutes of oven bake time. And if you set the oven at about 250, leave it in there for 30 minutes, that should let them become solid enough where you can use them as worry stones. At first, I didn't know if I did it right because I checked it with a spoon, not a spoon. I checked it with a stick to see if they were like getting harder. And at the 15-minute marker, I saw a little dab of clay fall off, and I'm like, oh, geez, what am I doing? But don't panic. I let it in there for another 15 minutes, and after that, I brought it out, and they were pretty solid. And they're definitely durable. These are some examples of the worry stones that I made. This is actually one of the best ones I made. If you can see, it's pink and blue and yellow, just in time for Easter. And as you can see, it's got enough room for you to rub your thumb on there in case you're getting very anxious. If you're getting stressed out, this is something you can use to help you de-escalate. Some of these, I will say, I didn't really do too great of a job, like this camel one. You can see some of the clay didn't really meld together as much, so I probably should have rolled it a little bit more. And some of the walls are a little wider. And again, like you can see my thumbprint in there, so it's like, well, it's not mine. But I still think they came out okay. That one is, and you can make some really fun designs, like some colors matching together, like this black, orange, and blue. This is actually one of my favorite color combinations. It looks pretty nice. One thing you also have to watch out for is if you smush colors together. Like you can see right there, that little spot right underneath the blue, it's smushed. So you got to be careful when you're rolling the clay that you don't smush the colors together and it makes those splotches. And you also got to be really careful with black because black likes to leave marks. It's a little faded, but you can see a little bit of smudge marks from my thumbprints in there. So you got to be careful when you're using the black because it likes to smudge, but I still think it turned out all right. This is my attempt at a Hufflepuff worry stone. But those are some of the examples of the worry stones that I made, and you guys can probably make all sorts of cool designs, cool colors as well. Really make them your own. If you guys are interested in making worry stones, I highly recommend it. They're actually really effective when it comes to stress management. Especially with everything that's going on now, I gotta imagine a lot of us are really stressed out, whether it's money, whether it's our family, whether we might get sick. We really need to find ways to help us we need to find ways to help take care of ourselves and our mental health. So hopefully this could inspire people to make their own, or unless they wanted to do their own thing outside of making worry stones. I really hope this helped you guys, and if you guys are interested, you can follow the link in the description box how you can make worry stones. And hang in there, guys, okay? Thank you. You guys have a good week.